Hi, my name is Connor Williams. I believe that education is the foundation for the way the world has developed into the place we live today. Education is considered the building blocks of life. The way we educate the upcoming generations is extremely important for the future. When reflecting upon this idea that education is the basis of society, Neil Nodding's philosophy outlines the importance of individualizing students rather than pressing the issue of conforming to fit in with our modern world. Indeed, the whole orientation of schooling systems in most advanced capitalist countries are towards skilling for the needs of business and the economy. Education is often discussed in terms of public life. It can be seen as not taking full account of what might be needed for personal flourishing. Noddings exposes the flaws of the current schooling systems. They're looking to better and benefit economically instead of looking to better society. It has taken the route of social norms to make every child acceptable for present-day society, when in fact we should be embracing the creative and abnormal thinkers, encouraging personal flourishing instead of neglecting the creative for social norms. As teachers, we must give students the confidence to explore their ideas, be creative, think outside the box, and be inspired to be a unique individual. My educational philosophy as a future educator is to support every student as an individual through building a genuine relationship with every student. I aspire to create an environment where students can interact with one another and learn from each other. This entails developing an understanding of their in a safe and supported learning environment in order to aid their personal flourishment. When thinking about myself as a future educator, I aspire to be a teacher who allows students the freedom to explore their beliefs and ideas. This involves building an environment which rejoices and values the students' ideas. My idea of caring for the students' basic needs and manipulating the curriculum into materials and examples that are of interest is key in their understanding. However, the issue of manipulating the curriculum to ensure all students can grasp a deep understanding can create problems within the diverse learners. My primary responsibility is to understand this heterogeneity and provide the students with an environment which is inclusive of all beliefs and interests and learning capabilities. The Australian Professional Standards for Teachers highlights the importance of catering to students in this aspect. Highly accomplished teachers have an in-depth knowledge of subjects and curriculum content within their sphere of responsibility. They work with the colleagues to plan, evaluate, and modify teaching programs to improve student learning. This concept is also commented by Noddings, who retains a similar perspective. When we confirm someone, we identify a better self and encourage its development. To do this, we must know the other reasonably well, otherwise we cannot see what the other is really striving for, what ideal he or she may long to make real. We do not post a single ideal for everyone and then announce high expectations for all. Rather, we recognize something admirable or at least acceptable, struggling to emerge in each person we encounter. To provide each diverse learner the opportunity to reach their potential, we as teachers must not ignore the students who learn differently than outlined within the curriculum or those who struggle to reach expectations. Rather, we need to work with them to make a personal, achievable goal and help them develop the confidence they require to excel and be successful. When reflecting upon my personal educational pedagogy, the importance of supporting students and helping build confidence within themselves is significant. I want the students to feel like someone believes in them, as when I was a student, I was able to accomplish much more with the students' praise. I aspire to be this type of teacher who can be present for each student and care for their educational needs. I believe authentic relationships should be formed and the tactic of coercing should not be relied on to get results from students, but instead focus should be applied to adapting techniques and content to improve each student. I want to become the teacher that Gandhi describes, a teacher who establishes rapport with the taught, becomes one with them, learns more from them than he teaches them. A true teacher regards himself as a student of his students. If you will teach your pupils with this attitude, you will benefit much more from them. I ultimately aspire to become the teacher that forms a connection with the students and is accepting to the ideas they provide me to best teach them. Where I seek to better them, they give me the answers through showing me the learning strategies that best fits them. I eventually want to develop an environment where the students are learning about themselves through my guidance. As best summarized by Bell Hooks in her book Teaching to Transgress, learning processes comes easiest to those of us who teach, who also believe that there is an aspect of our vocation that is sacred, who believe that our work is not merely to share information, but to share in the intellectual and spiritual growth of our students. To teach in a manner that respects and cares for the souls of our students is essential if we are to provide necessary conditions where learning can most deeply and initially begin.